Yo, it's Big Ant the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as none other than DJ Vlad has decided to confidently jump out there, downplay, dismiss, and minimize Black history in America once again, where he will go out here, argue with somebody that's Black, go back and forth with them, and give out opinions that are not based in fact, just his feelings and his thoughts. And when he looks it up and gets the facts, he tries to dismiss it. Oh, well, it wasn't that many. Oh, well, it wasn't that much, or it wasn't really that big number, or it didn't really have an effect. And this time he did it with Aries Spears right here. Now, I can't play that clip. You know how YouTube work with his content and things, so y'all would have to go watch that. This is on part 12 of this Aries Spears interview, and I didn't even see this. I haven't been watching it for real. Haven't talked about Vlad in a while on the channel until the stuff where he just came out here doing a little stuff with Jay-Z and Rock Nation and all that. But this was brought to my attention by somebody in the comments. One of my supporters said, go look what he had to say about Black history in America. Now, this conversation was rooted in Billie Eilish calling America stolen land, saying that, hey, nobody's illegal on stolen land when she was at the Grammys or whatever. They was doing all their little speeches. Well, Aries Spears was arguing that that the colonizers came and took the American land here. Natives was here. People were already in America. So this is a sentiment that gets bad for us as Black people at times, because he spoke on a Farrakhan conversation where they have told people like Farrakhan and other Black people, go back home, get up out this country, leave America and things like that. Well, Vlad said, hey, well, when it comes to that situation, this was the land of Native Americans. They did them dirty. They took the land and they put them in casinos, gave them little pieces or whatever. They did them wrong. But if they told everybody to leave, Black people would also have to be kicked out. The Aries Spears says, well, hold on. There were Black people in America also, not just the ones brought on the ships. Vlad was like, nah, they was just brought on the ships. That's what the big part of Black people was here in America and things like that. They were brought on ships. Aries Spears and him start going back and forth. Aries Spears tells Vlad, no, bro, you had Black people that were natives on this land as well. It's a known documented fact. When they came over here and did what they did, it was Black people already here. Vlad goes back and forth. Then Aries Spears said, man, look it up. You got the computer. He looks it up and then reads it, sees the facts, and then goes on to say, well, it wasn't that many. Well, it was just a few. It was only just a few. Fam, don't nobody know exactly how many people was here. What is a few? There's no direct number on it, but we know that there were Black people already on this land who migrated. They say Africa is the land of the original man, where the man came from, and then they migrated to the other parts of the world all these years ago. But for Vlad to jump out there and say that, and always want to argue about Black history, he want to speak on reparations, he want to speak on lineage and how we should feel, how we should perceive things, and try to act like he's the voice of Black people, he has no right. Because guess what? If we minimized any part of history from his people and his lineage, which I would never do. I don't do that to people culture. I don't do that to people history. And then if I get proven wrong, let me try to say, well, man, it wasn't that many. Oh, it was just a small few and things like that. Bro, and then Aries Spears is like, bro, we wasn't talking about the numbers. We saying that Black people was here. You saying they wasn't. Then you had to go look that up. Like, what do we got going on, fam? You make your money by dealing with the people of this lineage and this culture and this history. You supposed to know this. And then somebody Black tell you this, there should not be no pushback if you don't know the facts. Now, if we just, know the facts and we saying something wrong, then it's like, okay, bro, we having an educational conversation as we are having right now. This is about teaching. This is about, just because somebody has money, just because somebody has success, just because somebody has fame, just because you are a fan of their work and what they brought to the internet or brought to the history of hip-hop culture, that don't mean that they got all the answers. But I just get tired of people being able to speak on Black people how they want to, talk to Black people how they want to, tell us how to feel, and then it be based off of their opinions, and they ain't done no type of research. I'm going to speak up on that every single time from a educational standpoint. This is factual information here. You can look into his comments. His fans even feel a way about it. They telling him about himself. You can see right here. Vlad swears he knows black history more than black people. Then he tried to downplay it when proven wrong, shaking my head. You either know history or you don't. Not only him, but some of his audience. I've been telling these dumb shield agent trolls who think they know everything that some of us black people are already here. Then somebody said, the thing that I've learned about Vlad, that when race is brought up, you see Vlad real. Authentic white side comes out. These are opinions now. These are opinions. I'm not making these. These are opinions from the people in the comments. Somebody said this. It does, and it was awkwardly quiet. Absolutely. Then somebody says, Aries tells Vlad about black people being in the U.S. before slavery. Gets proven wrong and says there weren't that many. Vlad, you are sharp as a bowling ball. These are the people that are in his comments that watch the show, and you look through them and they're like, hold on, bro. What's really going on right here? And then also the CEO of the No Puncher podcast, who just keeps humiliating himself, making himself look crazy out here. And this is just educational, y'all. He got on his show as well and talked about Billie Eilish saying that America was stolen land. He said America is not stolen land. It's on camera. Go look it up on one of their live streams. They probably got it clipped or something. He said America is not stolen land. He said that that's just what they did back in the day, so it wasn't considered stolen. To get land, you had to go take it from somebody, so that wasn't taking it at that point in time. That's not stolen. So I said, oh, this is him showing how he really feels and how he really thinks. That's the mindset of what you have the description in a factual-based thing, colonizer. And I got to put it to it like that, factual-based things. This is me reporting things and speaking on things that are facts. That's how a colonizer mind works. Then he goes on, and I just asked myself, so I guess it was cool for them to have blacks in slavery in America back then too as well, and do redlining and have government programs not approve us as for loans and hang us, Jim Crow laws, because that was how they did things. So you can't call it wrong or incorrect, or that's just how they did it back in the day. Hey, bro, y'all do what y'all want to do. Feel how y'all want to feel. For Vlad, he's going to see this. No Puncher CEO, he might see this, and they might feel a way about it. I don't know. But if they do, I'm only going to speak up when y'all come at the black community. I'm staying back off of going at y'all like this, but I don't like it, bro, especially with the fact this is the culture, the history, the lineage that brought everything into fruition for us to even have hip-hop, for y'all to make y'all fortune. There should be nobody in this country at this point in time with the way that you can get information that questions Black American history and contribution that Black Americans have put into this country to make it flow the way that it does today, especially if you are somebody that works with black people and makes a living off of black people. That should never be happening. We have fought in every single war in this country. We were here before the colonizers even came. We worked, we suffered, we bled. Every single war, every monumental moment, everything has happened. We have contributed all and gave it our all in this country and made it possible for other people to even come into this country and go and chase their dreams. So when people say stuff like this, I got to speak out on it. It is what it is. And then if I talked about other people's ancestors from any race in this world, they'd be ready to cut my head off about it. Just keeping it 100. But I can wake up every day and just talk about what me and my people got going on in our history. I ain't got to speak on nobody else. I'm just keeping it all the way 1,000. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I got some more stuff coming onto the Patreon, and we gonna have more clips on there dropping. I got something loading up for y'all. So all my Patreon supporters, I most definitely appreciate that. Most stuff dropping on there. You can get it on the app or the website. Make sure you stay on your pivot and make sure you stay out the way, and have a nice day. For Shit Show.